Hi everybody, this is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and we are up to Game 4 from Colonial Carnage 3.
And appropriately, you're playing a Wrath army. So the Carnage works.
Carnage works with the Wrath.
What are three Carnages?
What's 3 Carnages?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, dwarves, infernal dwarves, beastmen, and dark gods. Oh, that's 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's 4 Carnages for the orcs. Game 4, this is the Sunday morning game. Came back in, playing Warriors of the Dark Gods.
Were you wearing sunglasses?
I was not wearing sunglasses.
Okay.
It was not that kind of a day for me at this point. Although it was a little rough. I was out that... Sorry. The night before I played...
So you forgot your sunglasses, is what you're saying.
Yes, it was terrible. The night before we were out having a great time, came back in. I could hardly see straight, and Ben wanted to play me with his orcs and goblins. So we had a game that night. I don't know why I traveled 3 hours to play Ben again. Anyway, Warriors of Dark Gods. Played him, standard orc and goblins list. This Warriors of Dark. This is the Wrath army he had. This is kind of mostly from memory. So take that for what it's worth.
So this could be a completely different army.
It could be. This could be a completely different tournament I played this army.
Are you sure you're even playing Warriors of the Dark Gods?
Not 100% at this point.
Yeah.
But my opponent was Mike Parsley. He's a great guy. Fun, really fun game.
I still think it's a rap group, the WDGs.
WDG.
Yes.
So this is really, to tell you the truth, this is the 4th really good game I've had. 4 really fun opponents.
Appointments
Really good
with opponents.
Opponents.
Yeah.
Another, I can't tell you how much I appreciate going to a tournament and having 4 or 5 good opponents that you really like playing. So anyway, Magic. I got the Stay Quiet, -1 to distracting hard target, and anybody charges me, it's dangerous terrain. But the -1 to hit is always helpful.
Yes.
Poison attacks, I'm not real thrilled with that, but I'm okay. It helps.
He's got a lot of armor, so.
Yeah, he's got a lot of armor, so the poison doesn't help you that much. I rolled up light and got the Burning Brightness and Burning Brightness and Shield Protection. Again, a second -1 to hit, which is also good.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't stack with the other one, but it's actually really nice. So I've got 2 ways of getting that -1 to hit off.
I'm actually impressed with the shot of your tennis shoes.
You like that?
Yeah, that's very nice.
That was good.
Yeah.
Just didn't notice that until just now. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
You think about replacing those puppies.
no, they're old and classics. And I doubled up on the Guardian Light attribute with +1 leadership. That's a really good attribute, especially with the range on that thing.
Yep, and
48
especially
inches.
when you don't have a particularly high leadership in your army.
Correct. It really helps those flank units and things like that.
Yep.
Anyway, so we started trading. We trade off a couple units. He got these 2 down. I started.
You started, okay.
I believe I started. I placed down 1 unit. He placed 1. Yeah, went back and forth, and then I was worried about that he was going to drop his whole army, so I went ahead and put down mine.
And your rock lobber's in the lake.
And my rock lobber is in the lake.
Yeah.
Figure if his cav wants to come in the lake to get me, that's fine.
Yeah, I think there's something kind of wrong in the game where it's advisable to put your war machines in the water.
Yeah, or to put a splatterer like that in a forest.
Yeah.
It's kind of catapults firing out of forest is usually not a good thing.
Yeah. Swamp's even worse, though.
Swamps,
Especially if it's gunpowder.
Gunpowder, like the cannons in the swamp you see a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe something I need to think about.
Could be.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can see on the hill, I've got the 2 bolt throwers on the hill. Get launchers in the back. Splatter over there on the far right. So, looking good. Kind of happy with this.
Standard battle line.
Yep. Just getting ready. Down here in the bottom.
I see your bunkers in the back where it belongs. Oh, wait. No, it's out on the flank.
Yes. Forward.
Yes.
Forward, I want you to notice.
Yes, I did.
What you see down there in the middle of the board is my spiders my spider riders, which have not been
We have not
placed.
deployed yet.
So,
But he
his
dumps his
side,
army.
he had the big unit of 4 Crusher Knights with a buddy Blood Beast, another 4 Crusher Knights, 40 Barbarians with Flails. That's a powerful, that's a scary unit. What is that, 20 Warriors?
Not as scary as the unit next to it. And what's that little flag sitting in the middle of the
20
table?
Wasteland Warriors. They are flags. Let me back up and see if there's a better picture of all of them. There they are on a diagonal.
Okay.
At the end of the game, the one with the unit closest to any of these flag gains the flag scoring unit near them within 6 inches gains a point, battle point
Okay.
for having them. An opponent within 6 inches cancels it. You have to be there alone.
Okay.
So only one person can grab each one. So and one unit cannot qualify for 2.
Does it require scoring
It
units?
does require scoring units.
Okay.
And the right side of his field, you can see the 4
Barbarian horsemen.
Barbarian
5
horsemen.
barbarian horsemen.
5. And
It's like 4, but just
like
one bigger.
4 but one bigger.
Yeah.
Well, he's got the 4 on the die in front of him. I figured
Yeah.
that's what that was. And actually,
I think the
as
5
well.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they get for being old and can't see.
Yeah.
But 5 minus the 1 for the big. Never mind.
There you go.
Anyway, and then 9 Wasteland Knights with a BSB in that unit with the Wasteland Knights.
Okay.
The unit of Warriors over here on the left has the
Has a general.
general in it.
And it's all wrath.
All
Oops.
wrath all around.
And no magic.
And you can see on the far right, you can see just poking out on the corner of the screen is where my Spider Rider's deployed.
Ah, yes.
Figuring, Vanguard, I'm going to move up and
And
around
match,
the big totem head.
and match up against his knights.
Yes. Well, I'm hoping to plink some shots into those Barbarian Knights, because after they do that, then they're done for this game.
Yeah.
Then they're redirectors or something else.
Their role is to redirect. Yeah.
Yes. So there's a better shot of the overall battle lines. I'm pretty happy with this because I think my Wolf Riders match up really good against his Wasteland Knights.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wasteland Knights on horseback.
They're much better unless they actually have to fight them. Yeah.
So yeah. So I think I've got that going.
Well, at least your big knight group, your big boar guy are on your flank, right? Is that your main unit, or is that
The far left one is the common orcs.
Okay, so at least you got them on the right side.
The bulk one is in the middle with Ed Bashers.
All you do is get the charge off, and you'll be okay
With what?
with your knights.
With which ones? That's the unit on the left. Obviously, can't charge anything.
No, I'm talking about the one that matters.
The big one that
Yes.
matters.
Yes,
So Vanguard kind of looks like this. You notice my bunker coming forward.
I do, and I see he doesn't even care about your spiders.
My spiders advanced. He did his move over here on the
Yep.
left, and then I brought my Wolf Riders up because no one can charge me from there. And if I sit there, I can not take a penalty and hit those guys on 4s or 5s or whatever. Take a couple bow shots at them.
Right.
No big deal. As long as I don't leave them up there up front. So, you know what's going to happen. Anyway, on to turn 1. Boar Riders move... actually, the Boar Riders got the... if you'll notice, the guy in the top left of the Boar Riders is where my Wizarding Hood guy is. Failed his stupidity check. And just moved forward a bit.
On a 9 rerollable?
Yeah.
Or did you?
Well,
or did your banner move?
It was only a
forward?
9 because
Because the banner was in the.
my banner was in the bunker that decided to abandon my line. So that was my own fault. Gave poison attacks to the Spider Riders and the, I guess, Force Goblin Raiders. And my unit of Wolf Riders just turned and faced a little bit because it checked and like 3 of them were out of arc. So I ended up paying to move them anyway. And between that, I think
I'd taken taking the penalty for the 3 shots to get the better to hit.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure what the answer was to that one. So shooting from these guys, managed to kill 1. Exciting stuff. The Rock Lobber takes out a Crusher Knight.
There you go.
Actually, sorry, that was a Doom Diver, Get Launcher.
Yep.
The
Nice target for those puppies.
the the Splatterer tried to hit the big Blood Beast and missed.
Deviated off.
So basically, and you can see the dead Crusher Knight up there in the back.
And the bolt throwers didn't hit anything.
And bolt throwers hit nothing.
Okay.
So bolt throwers performed fairly unsatisfactorily through most of this tournament.
Oh, they would have to kill like one thing and
Yeah,
one model, and they pay for
they
themselves.
do, but anyway. So moving on to his turn. He, of course, moves in quick.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big shot of that big Gribbly on the hill looking down at my army.
Yep.
And here's what my guys are seeing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a real pleasant sight for them.
Yeah.
Blood Beast and 2 units of Crusher Knights. Yeah, not a good deal for them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
At least it's only one monster.
So over here, you can see his Wasteland Knights on the right have moved up. Kind of angled around. My bunker is going to have to get out of there pretty soon.
You're being engulfed.
Yes.
Yeah.
His Barbarian Riders, Horsemen, they made their March test and just zipped around.
Mm-hmm.
Got in a position to attack my bolt throwers on the hill. And we moved to turn 2. He doesn't have any throwing weapons with that stuff, so with those guys. And I always thought they should take those just to have something to do.
Well, it depends how you want to use them.
I mean, I guess by not doing it, you keep them real cheap.
Yep, keep them cheap.
So
Because he's got no dogs in his army, so.
these guys, and let's see, yeah, there we go. These guys have managed to go stupid again.
Okay. You know, if the battle center was closer to him, they probably wouldn't have that happen to him.
No, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't.
Yeah.
So they moved up about an inch. Spider swings over to get into the line. Main line, the Nasher Dashers hop up, and they're going to take on this Blood Beast. He's only toughness 5.
Toughness 5, 5 wounds.
Toughness 5, 5 wounds, and I do 2d3 strength 5 impact.
Yep.
And then at the same initiative as him,
He's 3, right? And you're 4?
I think we're both 4.
No, I thought he was 3, but okay.
Maybe he's 3. But anyway, same or roughly the same initiative as him.
Mm-hmm.
I got 4 guys on him.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. I think I might even kill the damn thing. Moving on. If these guys come up, hide behind the fence still, or actually that's where they are. So my spider was stuck out here. Was going to be stuck out here in the center.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't want any of the Crusher Knights hitting me.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up here past them and faced the Barbarians.
So you're actually, in the picture, it looks like you're still in the arc, so you're not in the
I am
arc.
out of their arc.
Okay, so you're just in the arc of 40 barbarians with flails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you make that sound bad. I don't know.
You will kill a lot of them.
I will. So there's my troll. You can see my Wolf Rider Raider, my Common Raiders have moved back
Right.
out of the woods, and they're going to shoot at these guys here in front of them. Spider Riders have gotten out of the front of the Wasteland Knights for some reason.
Where's your BSB now?
My BSB has left and moved back over where he belongs.
He's joined the unit.
Yes.
Okay.
So it only takes me 2 turns to learn a lesson on that.
Yeah.
Then my troll, just in case these guys don't do a ton of shooting and don't shoot them off, then the troll's going to be here to
Right.
get in their way. So there we have it. Looking good. Then shoots them all off.
Mm-hmm.
Those were some good shooting from those
Yeah.
raiders.
Oh, that was only magic. That was all shooting.
And I did not have. I might have included the. Was that no? That was that might have been magic. I think it was a combination of the burning light spell, and I think I killed 2 with that, and these guys got the other 2,
Right.
if I remember correctly. So now my troll's over here. But, this time the Splatterer fires and kills 1.
Risky shot.
Very nice.
They
I'm worried about my little guys over there.
What about your spider?
And the Get Launcher shoots, and it's not shooting anymore.
Okay, it's always nice when that
So
happens.
it's helpful. The other Get Launcher fires, and boom, there goes another one.
Yep.
Real happy about that. So, 2 turns of shooting, and I've eliminated 3 of the 4 of those.
Yeah, you've got it's one of the best war machines for.
Yeah. But my bolt throwers, again, are not hitting.
Mm-hmm.
They're shooting at the knights on the other side.
Ah.
Just trying to thin those out before they get to me. So these guys charge in, and I don't know if you can see it, but I believe that's a 1
Okay.
there on that big blood beast.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a lot.
It is not. But he did 4 to me, and I think I got a second one. That was my impact. And I think I got a second one on my attacks.
Okay.
Which is terrible.
Dead average.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But I did 2 on a charge.
It's pronounced terrible.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
So I did 2 on a charge. He killed 4 of me. I did manage to stay somehow. With a really good die roll. So on his turn, the barbarian horde decides they want to play with my spider.
I'm gonna play with.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. They only got. Did I mention they had flails?
They do. Yeah, it could be kind of scary for me. So look at that. And the other guys move up. Of course, the Wasteland Knights are not affected by at all by my march blocking attempts.
It's funny in so many games I see that the warriors, they always get left behind.
The foot warriors
Yeah,
guys, yes, yeah. So on the other side, this blood crusher moves up. The one's on the left.
Right.
The one on the center just kind of moved up a little bit. He just wanted to get in position to do with stuff. I'm not sure where he was headed. I think he didn't want to go out there by himself. He's lonely.
Yeah. Didn't want to help with the spider either.
One's on the left come up. Well, he couldn't see the spider.
No, I mean position.
Oh, position.
He's confident he's going to kill you.
Well, yeah. After I did the math, I was pretty confident he was going to kill me too. So anyway, there we go. Spider. If you notice, he's done 5 wounds to me.
Yeah.
But I did 11 to him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's a good trade or not. But I hold because I win.
Yes.
But he holds. He's steadfast and all that other nonsense.
Right.
So moving on to turn 3. So this turn I decided let's call the Wa. Get the extra movement in. These guys want to go kill that guy on that one guy up there, whatever he is, the Crusher Knight. I'm going to go crush him with my Savage guys. I think we measured this. It was like a 13. It's not a really big charge, especially with the calling the Wa now on movement 5 Swift Stride. So I think I need an 8.
Yeah, so 50-50.
Yeah. On the left, I don't know what I was thinking.
What is this charge?
I do not know what I was thinking at all. Anyway.
Just because they look really big and slow, they're not slow.
They look really big and slow, and I think, I could run in there, poke them, and do a couple wounds, and then I can take my casualties more from my right side than my left, and he has to chase me off the board. It's kind of what I was thinking here. So Mr. Spider has 5 wounds on him, and that's really scaring me. So I got to go help him, right?
Yeah, one would think.
So I got to go help him. The problem is if I go help him,
you get other problems.
I got to keep those guys off my flank.
Yep.
So the troll and the wolf riders both go into the side of the Wasteland Knights. Yeah. I mean, he's only got 6 attacks coming to the side.
Yeah.
How bad's that going to be?
Yeah, 4 strength 5 and 2 strength 4.
I lose 1 in the woods going in, but these 2 units make it. These guys roll a total of 4 for their charge distance.
There you go. Oh, I see you have 1 there.
Side.
So you rolled total of 5.
Total of 5. 4 count. And they trip on the fence, basically, and end in a big pile right there all over the fence.
There you go.
And on to magic. Oh, by the way, it's kind of not showing here, but the just to the top of the screen is where the Boar Boy should be. They did make their charge, by the way.
Yeah, of course they did.
So we get off the stay quiet on the spider, my Gargantula, because I'm trying to keep it alive. This way he's got a -1 to hit me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
You can see on his, sorry, we missed it earlier, but on the follow-up turn, this blood beast managed to pop off my Nasher Dashers.
Yeah.
The 2 remaining. And without them putting another wound on him, by the way.
He didn't turn, he just kept him straight?
Yeah. So looks like that. Everyone made it in there. Spider Raiders came up as well, just to plunk some shots at something.
Mm-hmm.
Just they got nothing else to do at the moment. Another good shot of that. And what I did do is I gave these guys a free reform.
Yeah, that you did. And
What I did.
And a few points.
And a few points, which, again, I have no idea what I was thinking there. So combined between the three characters in this War Rider unit.
Armor 3 is not a big deal when you're fighting against Strength 5 guys.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
They strike before. Did I mention they strike before you?
They do.
Yeah.
And they strike me on 3s.
Yes.
On top of that.
At least they only have a
I
lot of
think-
attacks.
For some reason I think they might have been hitting me on 2s. Don't they have a bonus +1 to hit if something goes... Anyway.
But I'm not sure.
Anyway, it was just ugly.
Yeah.
So between the Spider, my 3 fighty characters in this unit, we killed... He was down to 29 before. We did 28 wounds to this unit.
Yeah, that's a lot of unit. That's a lot of damage.
He did 2 more of my Gargantula, so now I'm up to 7 with it.
Hey, lucky there at least.
But look at that one. They just crushed this unit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so, everything's looking good. I'm happy with everything.
Now he just has to run away.
Except I noticed one flaw in my plan, and that is, the Wolf Riders and the Troll might be able to tie this unit up for a turn, but that doesn't stop them from reforming out of this other unit, not out of the Warriors' way.
Yes.
If they turn to face me. That did not enter into my calculations for some reason. And there's Mr. Spider fighting the one remaining Barbarian, and he flees. My Spider, meanwhile, turned around because he wanted to...
I'm sorry, I think we missed the Wolf Rider fight.
Did it not? Okay, yeah, I didn't show that, did I?
Yeah.
There's the Wolf Riders. I guess there's no photo of that.
Yes.
There's the end result of that one.
Okay. Shocking.
Shockingly, they lost. They only killed like 2 of them, though.
They killed 2 or 1?
I think I had 6 wide and 1 in the back. Check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They only killed 1. No, 6. 2. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway. So they run. He turns and faces the Trolls. The Spider, what I was saying over here on the left, is the Gargantulas turned around to face the Vortex Beast and the Blood Crushers. Crusher... whatever they were. Crusher Knights. Over there. That fleeing Barbarian is not blocking the line of charge for these guys. They can move straight forward and avoid him, then wheel and get into my Boar Boys.
You couldn't... so they ran that way. If you would have pursued them, you would have hit...
The Spider would have hit them.
No, I'm talking about the Knights.
Oh, those... they would have charged in as well. Correct. But I couldn't afford the chance of not making that distance.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this distance, if they charge me, I can flee.
I see. Okay.
If I get closer,
right,
they're not. But you notice one other thing, though. That dead Wasteland Knight over there, Troll puked on one. Before the rest of these guys fled. So, goes up to his turn. He's measuring the distance. He's wanting to come eat those guys. The Crusher Knights, I think they failed their test and had to charge the closest. We measured, and it was the Get Launcher.
Get Launcher, yeah.
So he's got to go at them, which I hate to lose the Get Launcher, but he hits them and goes off the board on the overrun, so I'm kind of okay with that.
It looks like he's actually big enough to hit him and be able to continue into your...
Yeah,
I guess it's the angle of the shot.
It does kind of look like that, doesn't
it?
Yeah. It's not good. Anyway, so the Warriors declare a charge. He's got the general in there that does the D3 wounds or something, and I'm like, want no part of that. So we flee. These guys fail their charge, as does the Blood Beast on the hill. After my Boar Boys flee, he redirects into my Spider.
Yep.
Which is, kind of unfortunate, but it was not long for this world anyway.
Well, it had a whole wound lift.
It did. Over here, these guys are going to be chopping up on my troll.
His character, his guy didn't rally.
His BSB, which guy?
No, the barbarian.
That was, the one barbarian?
Yeah,
No.
okay.
I don't think he did. No, he kept
It
running.
looks like he's running. I'm just not sure.
This time the troll has fled. He managed to outpace my wolf riders
Okay.
in his haste to get out of the situation.
And he didn't chase you?
I think he either chased me or didn't. Yeah, he chased me, but
Or
failed.
he chased you?
You can see he's about an inch away out of the woods, and he's moved about 3 inches
Okay.
in. So
Yes.
he chased me, but not very far.
Okay.
He had a terrible roll. So we're moving on to turn 4. Here we have, you can see it on the
So
right.
I assume he ate the spider. I didn't see a picture of that.
They ate the spider.
Yeah.
This big block of infantry right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, there it
yeah,
is.
okay, yeah.
That was what that one was.
Right.
They clipped it. The general moved over and just butchered it. And then they had to overrun. So
Because they're wrath.
yes, so they got much closer to here.
Yeah.
So these guys are hoping to blow through this and run off the back of that hill.
So now it's your turn.
My turn. Turn 4.
And you've charged the Vortex Beast.
And the Blood
sorry,
Beast.
Blood Beast, yeah. Wrong monster.
Wrong monster. So they've charged the Blood Beast. They're going to crush it, hopefully. This is where, again, we started to kind of run out of time. This is one of these games. They ran into this, hit it, and again, this thing is just so resilient to wounds to me.
Yeah.
To me, I don't think it's supposed to be this good.
No, he's only toughness 5, right?
He's toughness 5. I'm strength 5.
Right.
I'm putting 3, 6, 9, another 4, 13, and I'm putting 17 strength 5 hits into it.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, yeah. 17,
and
yeah.
cannot kill it.
Yeah.
And then, which we're not going to see on his bottom of 4, his warriors charged
Hit
in
you in
and
the flank.
polished me off in the flank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So, having made that charge, his warriors, his knights came up.
Your spiders killed his remaining guy
My spider has killed his remaining barbarian that was fleeing.
to lock the points in. Okay.
Correct, to get rid of that final point. These guys have moved up to face off my war boys. He's happy with me charging. Because of where he moved, my bolt throwers lit him up.
Yep.
Both needing 4s to hit, they just chewed him to pieces. You can see over here on the far left where the
Crushers.
Crusher Knights have hit my Git launcher and run off the board
Oh, okay.
on his turn.
Yeah.
So, got that. Troll, surprisingly, doesn't rally on his 4. So really, right now, as far as artillery, the one piece I have down there can't shoot. That's the one that has the do not
Right.
fire
In your
marker. I've got my 2 bolt throwers and my splatterer is what I have left.
right.
And this is my turn 5, so I come around here to circle around this guy. So I've got him in a wedge. Not that I'm going to charge with the Wolf Riders. They're just there to, if I do manage to break him and force him to run through him, maybe I can cause another wound that way. And I was happy not to charge him because I could have charged him with my boar boys, but I took the wiser course and shot him with both these bolt throwers and killed 4 of them.
Well, with that, yeah, depending what his BSB had, it could make a difference.
Yeah, and it really, I mean, I'm not going to make a huge difference, I don't think. So moving on, there's the troll still fleeing. We'll turn around. The bolt thrower here,
Bolt thrower, splatter.
splatterer here,
It's like a bolt thrower, but different.
drops a big rock, and now it can manage to kill the Blood Beast.
There you go.
So I've gotten rid of it. On bottom of turn 5, he charges into turn 5. Bottom of turn 5, he charges
So he's
into
down
me.
to 3 guys.
Down to 3 guys. It's looking good. I'm happy with that because my general has 4 attacks at strength 8. He's going to carve through.
Yeah,
our
with your
armor.
characters in there, you should.
But I managed to kill 1. So I got that going for me.
And what'd he kill?
He didn't kill much either because we were in a challenge. My
Okay.
general got in a challenge with his BSB.
Okay.
And we kind of whaled on each other. The other strength 5 attacks I have from my
Yeah.
2 other characters
And he's 1 up.
put
So,
a wound,
yeah.
and he's got a really good save. So I was just lucky he didn't do a lot of wounds to me.
Right.
Moving on to turn 6. My mage is out here running around on his own. The wolf riders come down here because he's set up to overrun from this. His crusher knights have come back on the table off to the left, and they're set up to make a charge over here
On his turn, yeah.
on his turn, and he's going to kill the 100 points easy. But he's the bottom of the turn, so anything he overruns into, I'm not going to lose.
Right.
So I'm not real sure why I was worried about him overrunning anyway.
You didn't want him overrunning into your
It wouldn't have mattered either way. He's not going to fight. Not going to do the fight.
into your knights.
That's a good point. Maybe that's what it was. So they do this. They come to there. I win this combat. You can see I've got my distracting spell back off on me. Stay quiet, so he's -1 to hit. I put a wound on him and win the combat, chase him. And that's the mage was over there for the same purpose as before, to force him to run through me.
Right.
But he ran through me successfully without dying.
And you didn't catch him.
And I didn't catch him. So, but what's the odd thing we found out, somebody watching the game pointed this out, beating his BSB in combat gives you the 100-point victory points.
Correct, because he loses the BSB.
Yeah, I thought you had to kill him, but
No, you just have to get the standard.
okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that one.
Yeah.
And my spider riders come up here. Even though that's a long charge, I can't afford to have him make it.
Correct.
So they just come up here to chaff them up. And over here, you can see there's where his crusher knights are down
Right.
at the bottom. And they charge in, wipe out the Git launcher, and overrun into these guys. Again, this combat will never be fought,
Right.
so I'm not even sure why I bothered moving them there. Elsewhere out
It
here,
really mattered if he could get an angle and then
yeah.
if you were still in combat.
Elsewhere out here, the
Some spiders seem to be missing.
the spiders have got wiped out by his corn knights. I didn't even make him roll those dice. And his BSB is rallied.
You're defeatist. You didn't even make him roll his dice?
No, come on.
Why are you defeatist, man?
Well, he's got that ability where he fights an additional rank, or sorry, they get an additional supporting attack from the second rank.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, and that's how it ends up. Stuff
Okay.
on the far left, of course, is all destroyed.
Yep.
My troll over there on the right is still fleeing.
Yeah.
So I couldn't manage to save that 32 points
So half points there.
by rallying him. But my bolt throwers are still... This is the game where my bolt throwers did do well.
Yeah.
Not well enough, unfortunately, but they did do well. Near the end.
And you still have.
They easily made their points back. But you can see I've hardly touched that warrior unit at all.
Yes.
There's 3 guys dead in it. You know, they
And a-
started with 20, now they've got 18. I mean,
And
17.
a fresh crusher unit and
He's still got a fresh crusher
a
unit.
hero. So
Yeah.
both characters. And, yeah.
Yeah, so ends up the Warriors of the Dark Gods scored 1,390 points and got 2 banners. I got 1175, got 1 banner in his BSB. So it was a really close game. It was a 10-10 draw. We each got 1 bonus points because you can see my we're both within 6 inches of this, which is weird. Oh, I guess you could. I guess it didn't matter. I think all you had to be within 6 inches of
I
one.
was going to say, 'cause 2 of them are totally unoccupied.
Yeah, 2 of them are completely unoccupied. So I don't think you canceled it. Now that I'm looking at it, I
Unless
don't
you were
think
counting
you
your
canceled each other.
big turn die as a occupying force.
It is. It works
Yeah,
for me. So counting my spider riders down here on the left,
There
they're
you
not really dead.
Yeah.
So we each got a bonus point, so it is 11-11. I thought it was a close game. I thought I had a chance to win. I think I would have had a better chance to win had I not sacrificed my boar riders over on the left for no apparent reason at all. If I would have just moved those further to the left and just made him come charge me,
Yeah, or if your spider could get it out of there somehow.
if nothing, or my spider could have gotten out alive. But that would have been standing and taking that charge probably. But anyway, I wish the spider could flee because I would have definitely fled if I would have had that opportunity.
Yeah,
But I couldn't.
because he needs better rules.
No, he doesn't need any better rules. I wish he could flee. I don't think he should be able
He
to.
should be able to fly also, right?
No. No. You're not going to hear me talk about my spider being underpowered. You will never hear that from me. I will say that the strength 5 is what kind of limits him a little bit, only being strength 5, but the sheer number of attacks that damn thing has,
especially when you put a character on top,
makes it incredible. And the got character on top,
who's strength 6.
who's strength 6, kind of makes up for that strength 5.
Yep.
I think that's a wonderful item. I just don't like the fact it's so good that it needs to be in this list. But anyway,
it's,
really,
it's so good, or is there some issues with some of the other options?
I think it's both. I think it's so good, and
I think it's very good.
And I don't think there's anything else you can do for 225 points that comes close to what it does.
No, there isn't.
You know, there's nothing.
No, I think it's a bit. I still think it's undercosted.
Yeah, I mean, against this army, well, anyway, pretty much destroyed that barbarian horde.
Yeah,
but
well,
with
he has
that
some
big
help
unit
with
of
the big
help,
unit of
yeah, there's a lot of attacks coming out of that unit.
Ardboy, whatever they are, knights coming in.
Yeah, well, there's 12. The 3 characters are putting out 12
Right.
strength 5 attacks.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, 8 strength 5 and 4 strength 8.
Yes.
So it's a ton of attacks
And then
coming
you're
out.
charging
of that
at
unit.
strength 7 with the rest of the guys. So yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Not that
I couldn't get that many in because
yeah,
they were
all the characters. Well, you didn't need the strength anyway for that
No,
unit. You
not
just
for that
needed
unit.
lots
Correct.
of attacks.
Yeah, that was all about attacks.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, really good game, great opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Guy I've played a couple times in the Mid-Atlantic circuit, really fun guy. And that was my opening game for the day. So I've got 3 really close to draws and 1 chance for 1 game where I got blown out.
Okay, I don't think you're going to be on table 2 next.
I'm not heading to the top tables at all. But this is a good stabilizing effect after that beating I took from Chad.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for listening.
Till next time.